All right, so let me tell you real quick about why the strength method is the best program on the planet as far as actually getting results. And and it's not because it's Ranbir's program. It's because it's your program, right? The thing that happens when you go into any program, you're told what to do and how to do it. But the problem is that it may have worked well for the average person, right? It may work well for 60 out of 100 people, right? Whatever the number is, not everything works for everybody. And that is because it doesn't take into account each person's individual preferences, their routines, their, whatever the situation is for that person. No program takes all those things into account. And they can't, because when you're given a plan, and if you want, you could go back and listen to all my podcasts about pliability and adapting and resiliency. When you're given a plan and then you can't follow the plan, not because you don't want to, just because it doesn't work, right? For you, or it's not your preference, something about it, or even like the plan can't fit to every single day, right? And if you run into that day where it's just completely off plan, you're not given tools and operating systems that allow you to adapt and still make progress. Where most people stand when that happens is they either bend themselves over backwards and like go crazy trying to make it fit and feeling kind of shitty, or that's when they usually give up because it's ruined now. Instead of, like what the strength method is all about, the reason it's called the strength method is because it's strong enough to adapt to everything. So instead of a plan, you have an operating system. We all know people who, regardless of what's going on, they're just always in shape. They're just always continuing to get in better shape. That's what I figured out. And I wanted to know, I wanted to put language around that. A lot of the people who are able to do that, 99% of the time, if not 100% of the time, they're not able to actually put into words and language and frameworks for other people to be able to do that. So what's different about the strength method is that it's not a plan. It's an operating system built on the principles and science of physiology, right? Physics. But it's not based on, it's not even Ranbir's plan. It's the operating systems that I use, that I have learned and adopted from the best in the world in, not just fitness, in business, in relationships, in all kinds of things. Finance, right? Your ability to adapt and have an operating system that allows you to adapt, that allows you to see each quote-unquote obstacle, each point where your plan comes in contact with reality and is, where most people's plans break. It gives you the operating system to be able to course correct in each of those spots. So then what you can do is, no matter what's going on, you're always making a correction, a course correction. You're always closing the gap, no matter what's going on. Whereas most people, they could only close the gap if everything is perfect. So that's really a big key about the strength method and what I really go over. Yeah, the science part of it, as far as food and burning fat, is world class. Like it's based on physics. Like physics, no matter what all these fitness companies and like, you know, charlatans in the fitness world and nutrition world want to say or do, fat doesn't care about any of that. Like body fat and body fat responds to laws of physics, right? And I'll actually have a podcast describing actually what happens when you lose fat. But like what is actually happening, right? Because when you understand the mechanism of how fat goes off your body, you no longer are vulnerable to the charlatans of the world. So all that being said, you know, that's what the strength method coaching program is all about. That's what I teach. And then, you know, the biggest component is not only do I give you those operating systems, but then we work together each day to adjust things and tweak things so then you know how to adapt, right? And more importantly, you're able to stabilize your emotional and mental state, which is one of the foundational principles of the strength method, equanimity, which is an evenness of temper, right? So you can be deliberate, so that you always course correct and you always make progress. So I just wanted to kind of go over that because, you know, I get questions about the strength method and I don't really talk about it, but that's the strength method coaching program, right? And if it's something that you're interested in, I would just shoot me a message on Instagram, ranbir.sangera. You can email me, ranbir013 @gmail.com. And, you know, we could talk about it. And this also, so, you know, we got 2 other programs. I know my coaching is a little bit more expensive because we spend a lot of time, and, you know, it also is a little bit of a filter, for people as well. It's like, I only want people who are very committed to permanently changing. Like when you go in my program, like I work with such a small amount of people that they're very serious, and there's no option when somebody commits, like you're done. Like it's the change is complete. Like the decision comes first. And that's kind of what the you know, one of the reasons that the price is more than most coaching programs. But so I got, you know, there's 2 other things happening right now that give you like an introduction to that. TSM 40, which is the Strength Method 40, is a 40-day group mentorship where we will go over the big driving factor of permanent fat loss, which is phase 1 of the nutrition protocol. There's 3 phases in the nutrition protocol, and phase 1 is really like, if you don't get phase 1, nothing else, no matter what workout you do, no matter what, you're not going to have enjoyable, sustainable, forever fat loss. It's all going to be temporary, and it's all going to suck. It's all going to require so much effort and willpower, and that only lasts so long. And so the Strength Method 40 or TSM 40 is a mentorship that is going to be all about, you know, for 40 days, we'll work and, you know, systematically install, first uninstall all of the unhelpful ways of thinking that you have right now that stop people. And then, you know, install the operating systems that we have in phase 1, so that then we can do this forever and adapt no matter what, right? And we build the essential skills, the fundamental skills. It's where we build our you know, algebra 1 skills so that then we can do calculus. And then also, so that actually starts on March 18th. If you have questions about that, again, shoot me a message either way at my email or on my Instagram. And that's going to be super exciting. You know, it's an opportunity also to work closer on a daily basis with me, while, you know, it's not as expensive as you know, regular coaching. So that's a great option as well. And it's also like a trial month for one-on-one coaching as well. So you get a lot for that program. And then the third thing is I'm doing a mini workshop on how to eat dessert and stay lean forever. And that's happening on, what date is it? That is happening on March 10th. Or I'm sorry, it's happening on March 11th at 10 a.m. Pacific. And whether you're there live or not, like, you'll get the recording and all the everything in all the resources. So I'm doing that. That'll be a mini workshop, and that's $27. So if you wanted to do that, just shoot me a message. Again, my Instagram at ranbir.sangera. If you're not following me, what are you doing? Or send me a message on my email, ranbir013@gmail.com. But I just wanted to share a little bit about the Strength Method coaching program, since a lot of people asked, and I haven't really talked about it. So big thing is, like, I'm interested in working with individuals, not building a giant scaled huge media company. Like, I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in the people that I work with. So I don't do a lot of talking because I'm spending most of my time coaching people. So if you ever have a question, like I said, any of those programs, feel free. I'll be doing more mini workshops as well, where we kind of break down each piece by piece as we go forward, different parts of the Strength Method and different things that people want to learn about. So that's that. I will see you later. Next podcast probably coming later today or tomorrow at some point. If you find this helpful, I really appreciate you if you take the time to listen to these. And if you could throw down a rating, whether you think it's good or if you think it sucks, whatever, or like it or share it. I appreciate you. You are awesome. I hope you have a great day, and let's get after it. Oh, by the way, the next topic for the podcast is the next podcast topic actually is manifesting fat loss. Something that I haven't really talked about, but it's a big deal. So I'll see you later.